You know, people love to go to weddings, right? But when they're asked about the event, most will recall the food that they ate at the reception. Yes, the dress, yes, the love, but the food at the reception every time, right? And of course, you want them to be impressed and well-fed. And an all-inclusive bar service wouldn't hurt either.
You probably should do the inclusive bar service, just a hint. But good news, Distinctive Catering, a leader in West Michigan in providing those weddings and many other kinds of gatherings with top-tier food, drinks, and service. We've got Maddie and Emily here from Distinctive Catering. They brought the most gorgeous spread. I mean, you guys, this kind of speaks for itself. But let's talk a little bit about the history. Maddie, Distinctive Catering's been doing this for a bit.
Yeah, so we've been in business since 1995. So we like to, not to toot our own horn, but we like to consider ourselves professionals in the industry. So we've kind of fine-tuned the art of making your wedding customizable. To a certain extent, we do what we can. We try to speak to each individual bride and groom and see what they're looking for. Our event coordinators are very experienced. They started out as caterers, so they know the business kind of from the bottom up. So we try to help our brides however we can.
That's perfect. And the grooms too. They're in there too.
Yeah, the grooms as well.
But I get it. I know how the day
get a
goes.
little bit of credit.
Special day. I get it. I get it.
Matter.
But talk about how do you do that? I mean, obviously every person wants their wedding to be unique and personal, right? They want it to be their own thing.
Yeah, for sure. So when they reach out to us, we kind of ask them, like, what are your true desires for your wedding? Are there any traditions that you have that you want to incorporate with your food? Just to figure out exactly what they want to do. I would say that a lot of people either choose from comfort foods to traditional plated services to a more laid back feel. And it just, at the end of the day, depends on exactly what they desire for their day. And we can customize the menus to meet their needs as well.
Wonderful. And you know, you guys, let's talk a little bit about what you brought, because I think Todd and I will speak for ourselves that we love a good charcuterie board, table, what have you, but this is kind of still trending. Is this still what people want?
Oh yeah, I would say our charcuterie display is one of the most top desired appetizers for the cocktail hour. It kind of gives the guests, you know, a bunch of different items to pick from. There's all sorts of different things to choose from cheeses to fruits to vegetables to dips, and it accommodates everybody to the point of, you know, there's gluten-free items, there's vegetarian items, so it's really a great spread to consider.
Yeah, we want to live our lives through charcuterie.
Every day.
We would love to do that every day. I did mention the all-inclusive bar service. Man, that is a big draw for you guys. Can you explain what that entails?
Yeah, it is. And when we say all-inclusive, it really is all-inclusive. You know, I got a lot of questions at the bridal show over the weekend. They're like, well, what do we need to bring? And I'm like, literally nothing. We just talk to you about what your venue has in terms of like a built-in bar. If they don't have a built-in bar, we can build the bar for you. So we bring all of the alcohol, all of the cups, cocktail napkins, the bartenders, the appropriate number for your guest count. We can build a bar using 8-foot tables and linen. So we truly bring everything.
And you've got the stemware, you got it all.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And then let's talk too, I mean, catering and bar, you can do both, obviously, but can you do one versus the other too? You don't have to do both together.
Yeah,
right?
So they can be purchased as individual services, or you can combine them. I will say if you combine them, we are offering a 5% discount off the food, so there is a little bit of a benefit there. Not to mention there's a benefit to keep everything kind of all under the same roof, because that way you're just working with one coordinator. You know, everything is so complicated on your wedding day that it helps to just have one contact.
Yes, for sure.
Usually it's Emily, so.
Emily's like, that's me.
Yeah, that's me. I love talking to them, though. It's such a great time to talk to them and kind of individualize their experience, especially with the bar, having that option to do signature drinks. I'm finding that a lot of couples will do some fun signature drinks, naming them off their pets or inside jokes or even places where they grew up or family members. And it's just a lot of fun to work with them to come up with those special drinks.
And another great way to personalize, to make it feel like it's one of a kind when you have those one of a kind cocktails.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Now, we were talking earlier about how you guys are so busy. I mean, the January, it's like this is when people get engaged over the holidays and you're booking so much. What are you seeing in the way of trends? I mean, we were talking about how people are getting engaged and then getting married at a much shorter time than it used to be. But for the actual event, are there is this the trend?
Yeah, I would say there's a lot of different trends happening. A lot of people are wanting to give more of the best party of their life to their guests rather than like the traditional sit down wedding. You know, there's a lot of ideas for having almost an open house style wedding, you know, where people can kind of come and go, enjoy their time together, a lot of dancing and a lot of fun. So the charcuterie board kind of brings that to life, right? There's a lot of different options of food. You can kind of graze from it, walk around. It almost gives that open house style feel for cocktail hour. So I would say the biggest trend that's happening is literally making their wedding the best party of their life to celebrate their marriage with their family and friends.
Well,
As it should be.
That would have to include charcuterie for that.
Yes, absolutely. So, okay, and as you said, so many people have just gotten engaged. What advice do you have? What should people keep in mind as they're looking to plan their big day?
Yeah, so I would say definitely book your caterer sooner rather than later. I will say that we are one of the larger caterers in the area, so we tend to have open availability, but even we book up on rare occasions. So I would say that's one of the first things you should book right behind your venue. And then other than that, I would say just don't worry too much about making your final food choices right out of the gate. Especially with us, we give people a lot of leeway to change their mind, and you know, we're like, just whatever you're leaning towards is great. We'll get you on the books, and then you can always make your final decisions later.
Well, and it's so nice to know that you have people walking alongside of you
Right.
as you make this journey to the biggest party of your life, right?
Right. And one quick add-on question. I know that when people are going out for cakes, there's sample tastings. Do you guys do sample tastings?
Yes,
We do.
We do. We actually do triannual open house style tastings. We do them 3 times a year. The next one is on March 3rd. And if anyone wants to sign up for that, they can easily reach out to us by going to our website. There's a rectangular box that says contact us today. And if they click that, there's a form they can fill out, and they can ask about the tasting in the comments section. And it's pretty easy to sign up. It's complimentary for anybody, even if they're not booked with our services yet. So it helps them give the experience to be able to taste the quality of our food and also experience the services that our caterers
Well,
provide.
we're about to do that right now.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So thank you both so
Yeah,
much.
You are
Thank
so
you.
welcome.
Absolutely. We cannot wait to dig into all of this. And if you'd like to dig into it, you want to go to that tasting in March, distinctivecatering.com for all of the details. Thanks so much, ladies.
I'm not waiting.
He's
I'm
not
going in.
waiting. Enjoy.